Hi there, and welcome to Storytime with Kay. Today we will read Wallykazam Castle Caper by Kristen L Depken and illustrated by Cartobaleno. This book was published by Nickelodeon Publishing in 2015. One day, Wally decided to do something really special for his pet dragon Norville. It had to be something that started with the letter C, because that was the magic letter of the day. Wally raised his magic stick and said, "Wallykazam, Wallykazassel. Magic stick, make Norville a castle." With that, a castle appeared. Norville was excited to go inside. Someone else was too. Bob Goblin. Norville loved the castle, but Wally thought it needed something else. He waved his magic stick and made couches and carpets appear. Gina Giant came to visit Wally and Norville. "You're just in time," said Wally. "I'm about to make Norville the king of the castle." Wally waved his magic stick, and the word king popped out, but nothing happened. "Oh, king starts with the letter K, not the letter C," Wally said. He waved his stick again. "Don't worry, Norville. I can make you the king if I make you a crown." A crown appeared, but just as it was about to land on Norville's head, Bob Goblin ran up, and the crown landed on his head instead. "Bob Goblin has the crown, so that makes Bob Goblin the king," said Bob Goblin. He ran into the castle and locked the doors. Norville whimpered sadly. "Don't worry, buddy," Wally told him. "That's still your castle, and you're still the king. We just have to find a way inside." Wally hopped on Norville and they flew up to the castle's windows. But Bob Goblin shut and locked them all. "No invaders, no dragons, no trolls," shouted Bob Goblin, holding up his list of rules. When he saw Gina, he quickly added, "And no giants." Bob Goblin lounged on Norville's couches. He slid down the stairs on Norville's carpets. He banged the royal pots and pans and even ate all the royal jam. "Time for a new plan," said Wally. "Maybe we can sneak Norville into the castle without Bob Goblin noticing." "You can hide Norville inside something," said Gina. Wally used his magic stick to make a cake for Norville to hide in. To get the cake into the castle, Wally decided to disguise himself. He waved his magic stick and he was suddenly in a cake delivery costume. "Ready, Norville?" Wally asked as he picked up the cake and headed for the castle doors. Wally knocked on the door and tried to deliver the cake. But when Norville made a noise inside it, Bob Goblin figured out what was going on. "No invaders, no dragons, no trolls, no giants, and no cakes," said Bob Goblin, and he slammed the door. Bob Goblin went out on the castle balcony and pulled a rope to ring the castle's bells. "Hear ye, hear ye! Let the bell ring for King Bob Goblin," he cried. The ringing bell gave Wally an idea. "That's it," he said. "Norville can fly into the castle through the bell tower. Gina and I have to get Bob Goblin to look at us instead of Norville." So Wally and Gina began to dance for Bob Goblin. While he was watching them, Norville flew up to the bell tower. But when Norville was halfway there, Bob Goblin spotted him. "Invader!" he shouted. "Hurry, Norville!" cried Wally. Norville flew as fast as he could while Bob Goblin raced up to the bell tower. "I have to help him," said Wally. Suddenly, he had an idea. He pulled out a book and showed Gina a picture in it. "We need that machine to fling me up to the castle." "I know what it is. A catapult," said Gina. "It's a giant word." "Catapult starts with the letter C," Wally shouted. "So it's a magic word too." Wally waved his magic stick and a catapult appeared. He climbed into it. Gina pulled the lever, and Wally went flying up, up, up into the air. He landed on Norville's back, and together they reached the bell tower before Bob Goblin. "We did it! We're in the castle," said Wally. But they didn't realize that the bell tower didn't have a floor. Suddenly, they were falling. "We just need something soft to land on," said Wally. "Like cushions." He waved his magic stick and a pile of cushions appeared just in time. A moment later, Bob Goblin also fell from the bell tower onto the cushions, and his crown popped off and landed on Norville's head. "Invaders!" cried Bob Goblin. "Bob Goblin, this is Norville's castle," explained Wally. "I made it just for him, so he is the king." "Oh well," said Bob Goblin. "Bob Goblin doesn't want a dragon castle. King Bob Goblin will find a goblin castle. Good day." And he left. "Norville, you're the king!" cried Gina. Norville took his place on the throne, and Wally and Gina bowed before him. The castle and the crown belonged to King Norville. The end. Thank you for reading along. Be sure to rate and follow us for new episodes posted daily.